We need to make sure where people are fed, but they're also fed well.
You know, March is National Nutrition Month. And today we welcome to our show a man that I've known actually quite a while. Our current Secretary of Agriculture, Tom Vilsack, is joining us. There he is. Hello, my friend. Welcome.
Hey, Rachel, it's good to be with you.
I'm so happy you're here with me today. We are so happy that you join us to give us the updates on American food insecurity, what each of us can do to improve it, and what your current team is doing to help us all as a country. Thank you for joining us, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, it's great to be with you, Rachel, and thanks very much for everything you do. Whether it's supporting a Food Corps, which is something we instituted as well while I was secretary before, the work that you do on hunger, just tremendous. And it's great to be with you. And this is National Nutrition Month. And I think the key here is for folks to understand we're dealing with not just food insecurity, but also nutrition insecurity. We need to make sure where people are fed, but they're also fed well. And you certainly have dedicated your life to doing that.
We've talked about this before, and it is my passion. People don't understand how closely related childhood obesity and all of the diseases that go to it are the next door neighbor of insecurity in our young people. And then in the last 3 years, because of the work that our mutual friend Joel Berg does and the hotline that Hunger Free America, that we mutually support, that we team up. You know, governments, local, federal, and people and companies can team up. We can tag team on these issues, and that's what's cool. But we know now that those phone calls to the hotline about how many people are food insecure, haven't they like tripled since the pandemic? Is that true?
They've increased 43 million Americans currently receiving SNAP. It's a lot of folks, but fortunately, the SNAP benefit was increased in this administration. So folks have a little bit extra cash at the end of the month so that they can continue to buy those fruits and vegetables that are so important to a nutritious meal. The pandemic assistance that we provided to families with free and reduced lunch kids, helping them fund nutrition needs during the summer months when school's not in session and those meals aren't available, that certainly has been helpful. Looking forward to improving the WIC program to provide expanded opportunities for fruits and vegetables for women and infants and young children. All of this is really designed to support the efforts that you've mentioned by the private sector and the nonprofit sector of basically making sure that we feed everyone and we feed them well.
Speaking of not on the cheap, give me the $200 million. Come on, give it to us. Give it to us.
$200 million to provide states to work with school districts to be able to purchase locally, to be able to purchase fresh fruits and vegetables locally, to provide a greater opportunity for higher levels of nutrition. This is an experiment. We're trying to figure out ways in which we can better link those local producers with their local school, with the kids, and making sure that it provides the opportunity for those school nutrition folks to be able to do the very best job they can to feed our children. It's a program that we really hope is expanded over time, but we want to create the connections today, and that's the $200 million that we're announcing.
Can you just give us a word of advice on what anyone or everyone watching now can do? What can they do? How do they act if they want to improve the nutrition and food security of children and their neighbors and their community?
Multiple ways to help. They can obviously go to a school board meeting and advocate for proper nutrition. They can donate to Hunger Free America. They can volunteer in the schools. They can work with local restaurants to figure out ways in which chefs can be encouraged to go into those local school districts to help work with the school nutrition folks to figure out the most creative way to provide the most delicious meal that's nutritious. They can make sure that if they have an opportunity to speak to a member of Congress or their senator or their governor, advocate for nutrition, advocate for investment in nutrition, and explain the importance of nutrition in terms of healthcare and educational outcomes. I mean, there are a multitude of ways in which people can help.